The idea of not being able to call witnesses is crucial. How would you like to do this show without guests? What if you sat here and read transcripts based on questions you ask? Your ratings would go down.
Could probably spend an entire hour just documenting the hilarious hypocrisy of Republican Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina on the impeachment trial process. He was famously a House manager during the Clinton impeachment, and he has now basically done a 180 on literally everything he said then about what constitutes an impeachable offense and how to run an impeachment trial. Senator Graham is up for re-election next year and likely understands that defending the president plays fairly well in a state where Trump's approval rating is 52%. Cook Political Report rates the seat as solid Republican, but in a rather interesting polling tidbit from a private poll, so a grain of salt, Senator Graham's favorability rating among likely voters in South Carolina was at 38% earlier this month, which is music to the ears of his likely Democratic opponent, Jaime Harrison. Harrison's the son of a single mother in South Carolina whose family occasionally received food stamps and welfare as he grew up as a kid. He went on to go to Yale and then Georgetown University School of Law. More recently, Harrison was the first African-American man to head the South Carolina Democratic Party. He's now running for Senator Graham's Senate seat, and he joins me now. Mr. Harrison, it's good to have you. Let's start on this question of impeachment. What do you make of the flip-flopping that the senator has done in his stances about witnesses, impartiality, and the like?
It's so sad, Chris, to look at Lindsey Graham at where he was and where he is now. Listen, in the end of the day, senators take an oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. And very soon they'll take another oath of office to be an impartial juror. In my house, we were taught that you have to have character and values, strong values and integrity, and that you kept your promises and you stood by your oath. But right now, what we're seeing with Lindsey Graham is that his word is like mud. There is no value. He doesn't keep it, and he won't keep that promise to the people of South Carolina, and he won't stand by his oath of office. And the oath that he'll take very soon.
Do you understand? I mean, lots of Republican senators apologize for President Trump's conduct. A lot of them really do genuinely support him. I think some of them genuinely really like the guy. I think he's a model. Senator Graham is someone who was a really cutting critic of Donald Trump's for a very long time and is now probably his foremost senatorial defender. What do you make of that? What is your understanding of why he has been so outspoken in the president's defense?
Well, part of it, Chris, is Lindsey Graham is in this for Lindsey Graham. He is not doing this for President Trump. He's not doing it for the people of South Carolina. He's doing it for himself. He wants to be relevant. You know, and for him, being relevant in Washington, D.C. is the most important thing. For me, being relevant in South Carolina is the most important thing. There are people in the state that are suffering every day. There was an article today that talked about North Charleston being the city with the highest rate of evictions in the nation. There's so many things. We have rural hospitals closing. That's why we are building a movement focused on the people of South Carolina. This is a senator that we have who hasn't been back home in the state in almost 3 years to do a town hall. And so I'm asking everybody, you want to join me to send Lindsey Graham home? Join me. Go to JaimeHarrison.com. Because we are building a movement to change the leadership that we have in this state.
Where are votes, where are issues where you think you would contrast with the record that Graham has amassed, particularly in the Trump era?
Oh, there's so many issues. For health care, here we have 4 rural hospitals that have closed over the past few years. We have 12 counties in this state that have no OBGYNs. You know, that's a huge issue. Almost 300,000 people should have health care, but the Republicans, with the support of Lindsey Graham, have refused to expand Medicaid. It's a huge, huge issue in our state, and Lindsey Graham has proposed a legislation, Graham Cassidy, and you know how he came up with this bill? In a barbershop sitting with Rick Santorum. This guy is not someone we can take seriously. There should be a big flashing sign above Lindsey Graham's head that says, voters beware. This guy doesn't keep his promises. He doesn't stand by his oaths. And he doesn't come back to deal with the issues that people are dealing with here in South Carolina. I'm going to be different because I'm focused like a laser on the issues of South Carolina and making sure that the American dream is available for all of us.
All right. Jaime Harrison running for that Senate seat in South Carolina. Thank you so much.